Hey everybody, hope all is well. Everything is going to start very momentarily. Yeah, Lil Wayne, we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Lil Wayne, fucking bitch ass cannon. But I mostly want to put respect on probably, I never really told no one this, but this is like my introduction to Busta Rhymes and shit. So definitely cannot wait to talk about this one. To be honest, my day could have been a little bit better, but not anything too bad. I almost choked to death, low key. Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people, would you listen to me? What's
Okay,
good?
what's good?
How you doing?
Chilling.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Gotcha. How you doing?
What up?
Not much, man. I almost choked to death today.
Did you?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
driving and I was choking and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
wow. You
So
driving and choking.
pretty much I was like smoking some weed, right? And I was doing it and then all of a sudden I was doing it and I inhaled too hard and
Hmm.
the nugget went all the way to the back of my throat.
Oh, wow.
So
Was
my
you
eyes was like,
was this
was like
before the Rosenberg clip I sent you or after?
oh, that was way before.
Oh, wow.
That was to be honest. I didn't even watch that. I don't even give him this my state of mind. To be honest with you, to be real.
Mm.
Hold on, you said Styles P and Happy was okay, nigga. That was dope, man. But
Okay, that's one
as
of the
for
best albums of this year. What's better than that? What you
I
talking
put that
about?
up there with King's
What's up,
Disease
people?
2 and shit, man.
Nah, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that
But
far.
yeah, so my eyes like went up, right, and then I was like, so I was driving too. So I was on a highway driving.
Hmm.
And so I had to drink some water, but that shit wasn't like really fucking helping. So I had to give myself the Heinrich remover or whatever
Wow.
you call that
You have to
bullshit.
give yourself the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah,
Wow.
I talk because this is not the first time it happened and shit.
Well, what does
Because
that tell you?
I
What does
almost
that
choked
tell
on a sour skittle one time. I kid you not.
you? Man.
This is the second time I almost choked to death. It's the second time.
What's wrong with you? Are you eating too fast or what?
No, I wasn't even eating too fast. I was eating regularly, and next thing you know it, the sour skittle. I was. And I just almost choking and shit like that. And then niggas were watching me, and then they weren't even trying to help me out. I was like, nigga, what the fuck?
Ronnie, I do not care. I don't
You
care
don't care.
about stuff like that.
You don't care about what?
What Little Wayne and I don't care about all that stuff. Please, like if you're gonna hit me up with shit that I don't know about. I don't care to know about Little Wayne getting in trouble. I could kill us. I really don't give a damn. You know,
Shit.
Ross changed the album cover to what? I didn't see it.
This nigga Ronnie sent me some shit about Nick Cannon having nude photos and shit. I
Why
was
would I
like,
care about that? Like Ronnie, like send me shit. Send me like songs that I never heard. I don't care about Little Wayne getting in trouble and shit like that. I don't. I really could care less. That
I
doesn't do
got a
nothing
song
for
for
me.
you.
What's that?
Have you ever heard the Millie Jackson cover of the Average White Band's "A Love of Our Own"?
No.
That's something you
See,
gotta hear.
now that's a song you can send me, Ronnie. Send me shit like that.
And that's why I like looking at the comments and
What
shit
up?
like that because niggas be blessing me with some shit. I'll be like, yo,
See, like I said,
Millie.
I sent Reg and BJ the unreleased Tribe song with Rod Digger. Did you hear it?
I didn't even hear it yet. To be real with you.
Yes, I'm thinking it was either from Beats, Rhymes, and Life or Love Movement era. That joint. So Tribe, I would love to hear like a whole compilation of Tribe unreleased joints, man.
Yeah, I know. I heard a lot of unreleased joints at one point from Midnight Marauders and shit. I don't know if they're still on YouTube.
Could maybe it's from that '93. I didn't hear about Rod Digger till like the Fugees album, so that was '96. So it got to be from one of the latter albums. Got to be from that.
You know what's crazy?
Mhm.
I ordered this album and I thought it was going to come today, but it's actually going to come, I think, on Wednesday.
Breaking news, bro. I'm following the same pages you following. It's not breaking news to me. It really isn't. It's not breaking news to me. You know how many hip hop pages I follow that follow me back, and I'm seeing it on my time on my timeline.
Yeah, it be breaking news to me sometimes and shit.
No,
So
no, I don't care for shit like that. Like send me like unreleased songs and albums. That's what I care for. Shit I ain't never heard before. Like I'm seeing like 10 other hip hop sites carry the same news. It's not breaking news for me.
Hip hop worldwide, hip hop news,
Yeah,
hip hop weekly and
Hip
shit.
Hop
Like
DX and Pure Rap
hip
Podcast,
hop,
and you know what I
hip
mean.
hip hip to
What
the
up,
hip
Sam?
hop. You don't stop.
Do you like Frank Sinatra? No, I'm not a fan of Saint Frank.
What?
I'm not a fan of Frank. I was never a
Nah.
fan of Frank like that. What do you mean?
Oh man,
Why is
Frank
that
Sinatra was that
shocking?
dude.
That's not shocking. Why is that shocking?
Frank Sinatra was that. I thought everybody loved Frank.
Not everybody. Not everybody. He was cool. I wasn't no fan of him like that.
He was cool. He was a
Give me
nigga.
give me Sammy. Sammy was the nigga.
Okay, okay. I won't argue with you on
Yeah,
that.
the actual nigga of the Rat Pack. You know. Yeah, Sammy Davis. That's what I mean. Sammy Davis Jr.
I gotta be me. But everyone only knows that Candyman song and shit. I'm like, Sammy had some heat though. Shit.
Frank over Elvis. I don't like Elvis either, so good kid for neither one of them. You know. You know.
Shout out to Rock Lady and shit too, by the way.
What's good with her?
She's been good.
She don't
She's
post
been
often on Instagram, huh?
yeah, she's been
Yeah.
busy with a lot of stuff and stuff. Oh, by the way, don't forget to stay on with me after so you can have the
Okay.
advice.
Yeah.
And
Michael
I'll just tell you,
Jackson all day. Come on, Michael. Michael is better than Frank and Elvis. You know. James Brown. You know what I'm saying?
would you say Mike was better than Marvin Gaye?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
What you mean?
I mean,
Marvin is great,
I'm
man.
just asking.
Hey, until I can see Marvin moonwalk, you know, yeah,
Marvin don't got a moonwalk. All you gotta do is do this.
yeah, that's not enough.
All you gotta do is do
you
that
you
shit.
got a moonwalk. I want to see it. You know, he wasn't wearing no glitter glove and shit.
But Marvin was wearing some glitter back in the Midnight Love era
Not the
and shit.
glove. He ain't had no socks like that.
Ain't nobody rocking.
Mike was
Madonna
in a
did rock
class
the
by
glove and shit.
herself. Madonna was rocking lace. That was her thing. You know, come on, man. Mike is the best, man. I'm not picking nobody over Mike. You know what I mean? We gonna talk about that, Fred.
Oh, what's up, Fred? Well,
We gonna talk about that.
we'll talk about it. Yeah, this is the first album without the dreads.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, we should have had a double review between Release Therapy and Big Bang and shit.
Yeah, you think so?
It would be like
Yeah.
the new hairstyle double review.
Right. Which album was better?
Oh, Big Bang. Well,
Yes. Big
yeah.
Bang for sure. I'm going with that.
Release Therapy has some joints though, man.
Mm. Yeah, I disagree.
Went away.
I like that song though.
You say you're gonna run away, you never come back.
Marvin Gaye wore glitter. A glitter. That's what I'm trying to find out. What glitter did he wear? I never saw him in no glitter.
Oh, that performance I showed you when he did the Your Precious Love. He had on that glitter blazer or whatever.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
I
okay.
do not remember. I've never seen Marvin Gaye in no glitter at all.
The midnight, the '80s when he the midnight. I'm telling y'all,
Oh,
nigga,
you mean like for the Midnight Love album?
like the tour.
I never saw the tour.
I'll show it to you again after we leave and shit.
James Brown can dance better than Mike. I disagree. James Brown was good. I don't think he was beating Mike when it came to dancing.
I think they were both equally as good. I'm just gonna be real.
No, James Brown was the son to Michael.
Okay,
He was the son to Michael.
now you're
He
playing.
was the son.
Let's
Anybody
not
could do James Brown moves. You know how hard it is to do the moonwalk. You know how
You
hard
know
it
how
is.
hard it is to do the move James was doing?
Oh, come on! What did he do that was so
The
hard?
Family Show?
What did
Him
he
and
do that
the
was so
famous
hard?
planes alone, man, were killing that shit. And mind you, we're not even gonna talk about Jackie Wilson.
Bruno Mars dances like James Brown. Like he copycat
Okay,
James Brown.
okay.
Bruno Mars does the same dance
All
steps. It's
right,
not
all
hard to
right.
do.
Bruno
It's
is
not hard to
good,
do.
but
No,
Michael and
Michael
James.
was not from this planet. Like his moves, Chris Brown and everybody else was still doing. Who was trying to dance like James Brown in this era?
I mean,
I don't see it. The split, anybody could do that. Maxwell, I see Maxwell at the Soul Train Awards do a split. Anybody could do a split. That ain't hard. What you talk about?
it was the way he did the split and the footwork
Oh
alone,
boy.
man.
Oh great. He's a great dancer because he did a split.
Have you seen the Tammy show? The performance he did on the Tammy show and shit.
No. Was that from the '60s?
Yeah,
No, I didn't see
64,
that. I didn't see that.
1964.
So that performance alone convinced you he's the greatest dancer on the planet?
Not just that performance. Look up his 1965 Ed Sullivan Show performance too.
Mm-hmm.
His first Soul Train performance. And shit. I'm just
He
getting
was
started.
he
So
was
we can go
great.
all
He
night
was
with this.
great until Michael came out. He was great until Michael came out. Prince did splits also, exactly. They act like that was hard to do.
Oh
And Prince
shit.
did that in high heels. Oh, you don't remember that Prince also did that? In Purple Rain, he did that shit too.
Jackie Wilson did splits too.
So is it about the best splits or the best dancer? If it's best dancer, I got Michael.
Hell, your favorite singer Justin Timberlake did a few splits and
Oh,
shit.
come on. Come on now.
I'm just saying, like,
I look at Justin as more of a singer than a dancer, but
oh
you
wow.
know, Michael to me is the best dancer.
Y'all be killing me with this whole shit. Hell, Stevie Wonder was dancing when he was blind and shit.
Stevie Wonder was dancing?
He did some little dancing.
Oh Lord. No, he did not steal nothing.
He
I
is
don't
still,
believe that.
yo,
But
chill.
well, you don't believe what dude from Shalimar said, yo. Jeffrey Daniels said that Mike stole that moonwalk from him. I do not believe that. I never seen Jeffrey Daniels with Shalimar do the moonwalk.
Me neither.
So how did he steal it from him?
Y'all be killing me with this.
Oh, BJ's here. What's good?
What's good, BJ?
Where you been? Usher? I
I'm,
never even mentioned Usher. Where you get Usher from? I
I'm gonna
never
check
mentioned
it.
Usher. What are you talking about? I said Justin Timberlake. I didn't say Usher.
I'm right. I'm gonna turn off something like that. Michael Jackson.
What? We need to do an APMD discography? It's up to Reg. Do you think Just Lose It was M's attempt at creating another humorous pop single? I didn't like none of those singles that Eminem came out with. When he Just Lose It and We Made You and Real Slim Shady. I didn't like none of those singles. I usually didn't like his first singles from the albums. And then when I heard the album, I knew what I was gonna get. But his first singles were straight like pop. But who is better, really? Are you really asking me that, Q? Michael is better than Justin Timberlake. That's up to Reg. I don't know. I don't know if he wants to do an EPMD discography breakdown. It's up to him. He attacked Michael. I never liked that song. I don't care for it. Best shows and movies of 2021. Shit. Justice League, Zack Snyder cut. In the Heights is a good one. The Tomorrow War. It's a whole bunch. We would have to do like a whole episode on that.
Alright.
Best films and stuff.
Whole episode on what?
Best shows and movies of 2021.
Oh shit.
Reg don't watch a lot of shit like me, so
I mean, I do. But
You
my list is gonna be very different. I tell you
yes,
that.
very different. You're not gonna have everything that you probably gonna ask me about like what is this movie that you watching?
I mean, the movies you might have the same shit, but
No.
as far as
You like
shows,
Marvel? You like Marvel movies? You like
nah,
comic
not
book? Exactly. So how you not gonna have the same shit on me? What are you talking about?
nah. But one thing though, I am ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Let me turn my heater on because it's cold as a bitch.
It is.
What's good, you too? How's everyone doing this Monday night? It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy Trial with me to
Let's get
instigate
it.
it. Uh, today we are finally going to talk about Busta Rhymes 2006. In my opinion, a masterpiece. I mean, I'll not a classic, but a very good album. Fucking The Big Bang. This came out in '06. His only album on Aftermath, which was under Flip Mode and Interscope or whatever. Um, yeah, I've always loved this album cover and shit. Very ill. This came out in June 13th, 2006. It had 4 singles: Touch It, which to Touch It remix too. You can count that. I Love My Bitch, New York Shit, In the Ghetto. It also came out with some promo singles like I'll Hurt You with Eminem and Where's Your Money featuring ODB, which those didn't really
No.
make the album.
Yeah, they should have been on the album.
Yeah, man. I heard I'll Hurt You a while back ago and shit like that.
Hmm.
That shit was pretty
The
fire.
ODB joint is fire. That should have been on the album.
Yeah, man. He recorded a lot of shit for this album too.
Yeah.
Producers include Dr. Dre, Busta Rhymes, Black Jerus, DJ Green Lantern, DJ Scratch, J Dilla, excuse me, Jelly Roll, Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats actually has some good beats here for once.
Right. Right.
Um, Mark Batson, Mr. Porter, Nissan Stewart, Shaw Money XL, Timbaland, and Will I Am. Guest appearances include Q-Tip, Marsha Ambrose, Missy Elliott, Swiss Beats, Stevie Wonder, Rick James, Chauncey Black. Um, y'all should know Chauncey from Blackstreet fame.
Right.
Rayquan, Will I Am, Khalees, Nas, Mr. Porter. It's not credited, but Truth Hurts also appears, and Latoya Williams.
What song she's on?
I want to say I want to say Legends of Fallout. I wrote it down
Oh.
in my notes and shit, but I'll pull it back up. All right, so at this point, we should all know who Busta Rhymes is. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not even gonna waste my time.
We've been through all of his album reviews just about. So
Hmm. The good, the bad, and the what the fuck.
yeah.
All right, so after the release of It Ain't Safe No More, you know, he pretty much, did some songs. He also did a few acting too and shit like that. He did
Bad
the
acting.
The
Bad acting.
Halloween Resurrection. Yeah, yeah, he was in some bad
Trash.
movies like
Trash.
Halloween Resurrection and then Narc, Full Clip. You know what I'm saying?
Bad.
And also around this time too. He had left J Records and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Thank God.
Right.
And so he ended up signing to Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment. At that time, he had 50. He had Eminem. At that time too. That was pretty much it. What else? What else? So what the thing about this album, it got pushed back a couple of times, of course, because
Hmm.
y'all know how Aftermath be and shit like that. They want everything to be just right. And Busta, he felt like it was a new phase in his life, so he ended up cutting off his dreadlocks and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people were kind of shocked by that because the dreads was like a signature thing connected to Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at that same time too, Ludacris cut off his cornrows off and shit. It was like, what the fuck was going on and shit?
They haven't been the same.
I feel you. Yeah, man. And so even though Busta Rhymes, the songs on this album was still pretty much same vintage Busta, in my opinion, and stuff like that too.
Hmm.
Because I remember this was actually my introduction to Busta Rhymes.
Really,
This
this
album,
album?
yeah, Touch It was
Wow,
my introduction to Busta.
wow.
Yeah, not
Oh
woo
six.
ha, not put your hands where I can
Well,
see.
what did you think when you went back and heard those other solo albums?
Oh, I love them. Like I love them and shit like that.
Mm.
Especially the coming and when disaster strikes. Um, I mean, I like it, but there was sometimes he was going for that commercial
Mm-hmm.
route and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
But I have nothing bad against when disaster strikes. ELE, man,
Yes,
his best one. And then Anarchy, of course, that was
yes.
pretty good
That
too.
was great.
But yeah, Genesis, and then it ain't safe no more. I was just like, yeah, this is trash. Yeah,
I think
man.
with every album, he kept going for the radio, that radio commercial play. Like
True.
the coming, you had, it's a party with Jeanne. We know that's a radio. Second album, you had the joint with Puffy and Mace, and I didn't expect for him to do that. And the joint with Erica Badu, that wasn't a single. You had Put You Eyes on My Eyes Could See, huge hit off of that album. Third one is the same thing. Like every album, he kept going for that big summer bangers. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he could do it and still keep his credibility with the streets, said a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, man. But like, even like with songs like "It's a Party" and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That still kind of had that traditional busted sound
Right.
compared to like something like A-Rap Money and shit. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that song though. The him and
I
Ether
like the
Boy
remix. I like the remix more and
with
shit.
him and Ron Browse. That was like his last big hit until he dropped ELE 2 because he didn't come out with shit after that. I mean, he came out with like little mixtapes and shit like that, but he didn't have like a huge hit until ELE 2
Well,
dropped.
hold up. Look at me now with Chris Brown and shit.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's
that
on
was
Chris Brown album though. I'm
true,
talking about like
true.
like Busta's own shit.
Hmm.
Like he did features, yeah. He was still doing features. I mean, like for his own joint, like that was like a huge hit for him. A-Rap Money when that came out.
Yeah, I definitely feel you. But yeah, man, like, and it's crazy too, because like I said, I really wanted to have this album on physical, but I was pressed on time and shit like that because we still.
Yeah, I never bought it. I never bought the album.
I was close to buying it at one point, but
Mm,
it got sold out.
right.
Yeah, man. But anyway, but this album is 15 tracks. You know what I'm saying? So, and Dre actually did some production here too. Like,
Yeah, some
I was
good
surprised by a
production.
lot. Yeah, very
Good
good.
production. I have to emphasize that 'cause I don't think he has that anymore. Good
I mean,
production.
mm,
Well,
he
he hasn't.
has,
He hasn't.
but he's hit or miss.
Yeah, he hasn't really produced a lot. Really.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, man. So the track number one, "Get You Some," featuring Tip and Marsha Ambrose. Good song. I just really didn't care for the hook. To be real with you, I don't know. I just felt like the hook was pretty basic and stuff like that. But the song itself was good, in my opinion. I fuck with the song.
I love it. Great way to start off the album. Had that real big bang energy. Busta came energetic. Q-Tip was on the chorus. We got is that was a Dre beat, right? I think.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved it, man. To hear Tip finally on a Dr. Dre beat was fire. Busta saying a lot of niggas shit sound dated. I'm the Shaq franchise player. Just got traded to the number one team in the league. See, I ain't on J Records. I'm on Dre Records. Aftermath, bitch. Love the hi hats on it. The real big drums. The piano chords. Classic joint. I love it.
Very dope joint and shit.
Yeah.
Now track number two, Touch It. Um, yeah, man, this song right here, this might be one of Swiss Beats' best beats he's ever done, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes. Especially at that time.
Yeah, man, that when I tell you when this joint came out,
Mm-hmm.
it had everywhere on lock. But then the remix, oh, top five hip hop remixes of all time, in my opinion.
It was good.
It was good, man.
It was
Like
good.
the remix, that was my introduction to Busta too, with the remix.
Wow.
Now Busta, Mary J. Blige, or excuse me, Brooke, Rod Digger, Missy, Papoose. That was like his breakthrough to the mainstream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lloyd Banks,
Mm-hmm.
DMX.
DMX.
There, we're not even gonna mention Eminem and the BT Awards performance and shit like that, all drugged
But
out and
wait,
shit.
wasn't he thrown in? He was thrown into that remix though.
Yeah, in the only in the live performance in the BT
Right.
Awards and
Yeah. 'Cause I'm
shit.
like, he
Yeah,
wasn't on the remix.
I was like, cause
Yeah.
like it was like crazy because niggas didn't know who that was, but then when he came out and the shit, everyone was cheering. Like, oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Offbeat, who's offbeat and shouts, oh shit. Because like I said, that was like around the time he was not at his best mind state, but
Right.
and then this song also has some controversy because the video of the song, his longtime bodyguard actually got shot and
Right.
stuff like that
That's
too. You
right.
know, he got killed, and then they dedicated a video to it and stuff like that too. So yeah, that was pretty interesting as fuck too. But yeah, Touch It, definitely one of my all time favorite
Yeah.
Busta songs ever. Even the original is just as
Right.
good too. But to me, the remix is just that shit in my opinion.
This was a huge hit for Busta. A huge. The same way it was. You know, he had many huge hits. You know, Make It Clap was big, and Put Your Eyes With My Eyes. When Put Your Hands With My Eyes Could See, and a huge hit over here. They still play it, and like yeah, Swiss Beats. This is Swiss Beats and still in his prime. This is the Swiss Beats that I miss when he was doing big classic tunes like this, and the beat and the bass line and Busta's flow, the way he manipulated the whole beat, where he's rapping in like a softer tone when it starts, and then every time the bass picks up, he starts rapping, real high energetic. And I don't think you could give this beat to anybody else but Busta. Like Busta, it was just made for Busta. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. And the remix, like you mentioned, the remix was huge. But remix is still matted and classic record.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Very classic record indeed. Track number three. How do we go from how we do it over here? Featuring Missy Elliott. Um, again, another very solid song right here. It's not really one of my favorites, but at the same time, I don't dislike this song and shit. So yeah, man, it's nice to hear Busta and Missy together on this track and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was dope. And that was another. This should have been a single. This should have been a single. Again, I want to see Busta and Missy in the verses. I think that would be epic. I think Missy could go toe to toe with him. And this was a great song. You got Missy on the chorus, nice beat. This was good.
Definitely. All right. Now you're gonna get into probably who this one and possibly two other ones are tied for my favorite tracks and shit. New York Shit featuring Swiss Beats.
Hmm.
Man, I love this fucking track. The legendary DJ Scratch produced this one. It used the same sample that Diamond D used for the classic I Went For Mine, which
Right.
that's like probably my second favorite track off the album next to A Day in the Life and shit.
Hmm.
Um, New York Shit was pretty much just talking about like
New York.
New York, yeah.
Yeah.
You know it, but I love the album version more than the video version because
Hmm.
the outro he pretty much shouted everybody
Everybody.
out from New York and shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
From Nas to Jay Z, then the Run DMCs to
Hmm.
the Ultra Magnetic. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers actually got into just because of that song and stuff like that. Like
Right.
I got into believe it or not, I got into EPMD from that song.
Nice.
I got into fucking Cool G rap and shit.
Cool.
And it's crazy because he also mentioned leaders of the new school as the last motherfucker and shit like that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, man. So this was a very hot joint, and even the video had that grimy New York feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, very very different from what New York is now, in my opinion. But
When
that's
you
another
think
story.
I mean, it's still the same. Just some of the neighborhoods are gentrified more, but it's still the same city. We still got the same landmarks, the Brooklyn Bridge, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, Coney Island, New York hot dogs, Timberlands in the summer and winter, the New York
Right.
Yankees. This is a classic New York anthem, just like Empire State of Mind was, just like New York State of Mind was. You know, it was great. When I first heard this song on the radio, I thought it was Swiss Beats. I thought it was Swiss. It has like a
I
Swiss
thought it was
beat
Swiss
sound.
dude.
Then scratch. I'm like, this is a scratch joint. That's interesting. I always thought it was Swizz that produced it, but just the horns on it was dope and the real smooth beat. And I love the longer version better. I think that one was better where he's like shouting out all the New York City DJs and the mixtape DJs. And when you think when you think mixtapes, I think of Kid Capri and Ron G. Clue. You know what I'm saying? Big Mike and K Slade, Funkmaster Flex. Like the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear Busta say shit like I'm on my New York shit, hat to the back on my New York shit, Tim's with the
Yes.
shorts on my New York shit. Tim's and shorts is what we were rocking back in the 90s and 2000s. You know what I'm saying? We were rocking our, the mac and cheese Tim's truckers with the denim shorts and, either we had a polo top on or a white tee and a do-rag. Like, that's New York. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on my New York shit. Run up in the tunnel, catch a New York Vic. The tunnel was a legendary New York club. It's no longer
Yeah.
around. Everybody performed there. Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Def
Aaliyah.
Squad, huh?
Aaliyah too.
Aaliyah, Rockefeller, everybody. If you had a new album coming out, you have to go to the tunnel to perform it because whatever, however it did, the crowd would tell you if it was gonna be a hot joint or not. DMX, his first video, "Get At Me Dog," was shot at the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? It was a great legendary club. We had many clubs like that. And Buster was just shouting at everybody. ODB repping New York sick. Shit, you want the truth? Take a New York trip. So if anybody hasn't been to New York and you want to know how it's like, you got to come to New York and find out. I could only tell you what it's like because I've been here all my life. But if you want to know what New York is really like, you got to take a trip. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same city. It still has the same vibe and everything. Just some neighborhoods, like I said, is more gentrified, and that's good because, I believe that all kids should grow up with different races on their block. It shouldn't just be black or, Hispanic. And I grew up with different races on my block. So other than that, it's still the same city. There's nothing changed really.
Yeah, man.
Classic record.
Yeah, Frederick. You ain't lying about that. I used to love watching some of them old Turner performances.
Yeah,
Like the performer Capone whooped a nigga on stage off stage.
yeah. I got a whole like two DVD set with ton of performances.
Oh shit! You think you can send me a copy of that if you can?
I would. Because
Shit.
it's not even I don't even think they had it in stores. It's like a mixtape, like DVD with like all the legendary performances at the tunnel.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like Little Kim, she performed Mobb Deep, the Quiet Storm remix when it first came out. I was Black Rob is in it. Rest in peace. A lot of artists are not here no more. The Black Rob is in it. DMX is in it. It was crazy.
I feel you on that. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to the tunnel.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna go. Been through the storm featuring Stevie Wonder. It's crazy. When you look at the aftermath, and then it's like they probably gave Busta some of his biggest budget and stuff like that. Because I would never have imagined Busta and Stevie on the song together. Dope piano playing by Stevie Wonder on the song and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about he's just talking about his history of his parents and how they came to this country with nothing, in their pockets and they had to work hard, just to provide for him and shit. So definitely love this fucking track. Um, definitely. If I'm not mistaken, it kind of reminds me of the Snoop Dogg track "Imagine" from Blue
Hmm.
Carpet Treatment,
Right.
and ironically, Dre produced that one too. Damn, Dre had a good 2006. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm. I think maybe Stevie was available this time around for Busta. I mean, Busta worked with a lot of big names before, Lenny Kravitz and Mariah Carey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I know he had did something with Madonna, but it was never released. But
Oh,
maybe I just think this is like the right time to get Stevie on his album, and maybe in the past he couldn't get Stevie wasn't available, but this was a dope song. I love the pianos on it, nice bass line, nice beat. You got Busta saying on the other hand, "Mommy was the type to work two jobs, never enough money. That's why I got your whole crew robbed. Got all the developed ways of gripping the steel. Barely home for me to see her or get a good cooked meal." So yeah, it was just talking about his life in Brooklyn, and it was dope.
yeah, very dope indeed. All right. Probably my favorite track off this album, and that's something I kind of go back and forth with. In the Ghetto, featuring the late great Rick James.
Yes.
Um, well, yeah, man, they kind of like sampled the Rick James song "Ghetto Life" from the Street Songs album
Hmm.
and stuff like that, and I think they like pretty much gave him a feature credit, I guess. So that pretty much worked and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And they played it in
Very
the
dope.
documentary.
You saw what?
They played the song in his documentary.
Yeah, I definitely remember that part. Very, I love this track because like it's just pretty much talking about Buster talking about like life in the ghetto, because motherfuckers like to glamorize that fucking shit
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Making that shit all fun stuff like that. But he just gave it like as soon as you heard that, my homie Tretch from Naughty by Nature once said,
Right.
"If we ain't
Right.
from the ghetto, don't come to the fucking ghetto." Like,
Yeah.
and
Classic.
then yeah, man. And once the saxophone hits and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Very very dope. Like who made this beat? Like, let me see. DJ Green Lantern and Dre. Yeah, I
Fire.
figured that. Bias. And then there was a remix that was ironically featured Ludacris on the
Oh wow.
pre-release therapy mixtape and shit like that too, which that was
Really?
pretty fire.
He should have
Yeah.
put that on the album. It would have been good.
You just
Yeah.
hating on release
I,
therapy.
I'm not a fan of Ludacris after the haircut. Like before the haircut, I'm a fan of him. I think he fell off after he cut the braids off.
I feel like he fell off after Theater of the Mind. I
And,
didn't
and
like.
isn't that
Well,
your favorite? One of your favorite Luda albums?
yeah, I like Theater of the Mind, but I didn't like fucking the Battle of the Sexes joint.
Uh,
I didn't care for Universal like that.
that was bad. I didn't like that at all.
Hell,
That
Red
one was
Light
different.
District actually grew on me because I didn't at first I didn't care for that album either.
Oh, I
But
love that one. He was still in his prime then.
yeah, and that's why I say it grew on me. I like the album now and shit.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, this
I
was
still
a
can't believe you don't like slap. I feel like slapping
slap.
somebody's face. Slap, slap.
What's that album that's on?
Release therapy.
I got it. I haven't heard that album in years. I gotta hear that album. Whenever we do the review on that, I'll go back and hear it because I'm not
All
in no
right.
rush to hear it right now.
All right. Well, yeah, because I
Yeah.
want to talk about Chicken and Beer before I get to that
Right.
one. His
Um.
best album.
Yes, that was a great album. But Buster was this was another good song with the legend Rick James, and you know you got Buster talking about ghetto life, and he says see niggas from the ghetto got a different state of mind with a different kind of hustle, and we ill with the grind and develop our muscle till we suck it with the shine. Loved his flow on that, and the horns on it, the beat, the hi hats. This was dope.
Oh yeah, man.
One of my
This
favorites
beat
on this album.
for real. This and the video, man, was very good
Yeah,
too.
video was dope.
Fucking shit, man. Whew. All right, now we're gonna get into Cocaina featuring Marsha Ambrosius. Yeah, this one again was pretty solid for the most part. You know, Marsha and Bro should definitely very dope singer songwriter and shit like that too.
Yes, underrated.
Very underrated and stuff. So yeah. Production as usual was very good and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Definitely was cinematic. One of the most cinematic beats Dre did on this album and stuff too. So I can give it that.
This is my favorite Dre beat on here. Like, it just had that thump. You know what I'm saying? Like the beat
Right.
and the bass line, the hi hats on it, the little piano, that joint. You know, got Marsha and Ambrose singing on the chorus, and it was dope. And Busta saying, "Smash shit till everything becomes mass hysteria. Hungry for street shit. See, I be taking care of you. Check nigga, fuck all the talk, homie. I'm daring you. The lead from the shot will poison your blood like malaria. I loved his flow on that. Yo, why you why you laughing?
I was just laughing because you were so into it. And shit. I was like, yeah.
I'm always into it. What do you mean? If it's not fun, we can't do it.
I
I
know.
gotta be into it. When I quote
Exactly.
bars, I gotta be like I gotta like
Keep it
recite the bars like artists. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is, Buster, Conway, whoever,
MC Shan.
MC Shan. You know,
Die.
that's funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not mad at you about that shit.
Jim Jones used that cocaine sample for cocaine from the Gangsta Grills. Oh yeah, he did do that. That Gangsta Grills mixtape is one of his best mixtapes. That was
Was
dope.
that the
That
mixtape where he was wearing shades and shit like that?
Nah, it's the 7 Day Theory joint.
Oh, okay, got you.
It's like a gray cover.
Got
Yeah,
you.
that's one of his best mixtapes.
Okay. I'll probably check that out.
Yeah.
Um, then you're gonna get to "You Can't Hold a Torch" featuring Q-Tip and John C. Black. Man, I love this joint right here. This was actually produced by Jay Dilla and stuff. And yes, y'all, I do love a Jay Dilla beat. Cause
You
you know
said the man is overrated. How dare you?
right. Cause I like the
Blasphemy.
JD. I prefer the
Blasphemy.
JD era more than the Jay Dilla era. Niggas get mad at me about that shit, but
You can't say that.
huh?
You cannot say that about Dilla, yo.
What? What?
You feel like
Why
Dilla
not?
is overrated?
I never said he was overrated. I just said I prefer the JD era more because
Oh, you prefer when he was doing the stuff with Tribe and Farsight.
yeah.
Oh, so you don't care for like Champion
Oh,
Sound and
no. I still care for the Jay Dilla sound,
right.
but at the same time, it was just like with the Jay Dilla sound, it's like people want to say, oh, he was like the first to really do the soul samples or to
Mm,
produce like that. I'm just like, it was good, but it was other people kind of doing the same shit he was doing and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he just did it
right.
better than this other
Right.
motherfucker shit. You know?
Right. He did it
But
better
to
than
me,
Q-Tip. And
yeah,
Tip even said that he produced better than him,
yeah, I know. Cause
which is
like even
I
with the
thought that was
J,
crazy.
because even with the JD era, like I don't like the Amplified album,
Right.
and that was still under JD. So,
Right. It was that was the commercial album for Tip.
hmm so yeah, man. Then with the J Dilla album, like the shit he did with "Like Water for Chocolate,"
Oh yes,
um,
classic album, man.
for real, the Soquarian shit. Don't even get me started,
Yes,
man.
they
Don't
should
even
have had
get
an
me
album
started,
out. They should have had an album.
for real. But yeah, but back to this one. Even with the beat, speaking of Q-Tip, it had like a Midnight Marauders feel
Yeah,
to it, but with an '06 twist.
yeah.
And ironically, they sample a Minnie Riperton.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I want to say it's the same Minnie Riperton song that they sampled, Tribe sampled and shit like
Yeah.
that.
It sound like
Yeah, it
lyrics to
is
go. Yeah.
"Inside My Love," which that's another very good song and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. Oof. But yeah, man, very good song. It's surprising why I didn't really pull up any of the lyrics, but there was one lyric where fucking Busta said, or I fucked with, he said some shit like I'm a blessing to the game when your shit sounds dated. I force niggas to improve. You should be happy I made it.
Mm.
Here to rep the game fully, change my style like the weather. Give you niggas new shit to make the game feel better. And that's pretty much like the point of this song, because he was just talking about how these new rappers,
Mm.
they like to they like to be clout chasers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
very, very, very dope track. I love it. And yeah, I love the beat by Jay Dilla too. Rest in peace.
Yeah. That was dope. which is still going on today. They still clout chasing, and you can't hold a torch. The whole title explains it. You know what I'm saying? It's like these people are legends for a reason. You know, like they put years and decades into their craft. So I definitely understand what he was saying with that. This is definitely like a native tongue collab, and Busta and Q-Tip. That's an album I would love to hear them do. You know what I'm saying? I know they did a
Right.
mixtape like years ago, but a full album would be crazy. And I think Q-Tip killed it. And he says, "My golden rule is not to focus on the fame game. In retrospect, the game ain't the same, man. The heart and soul is divided. They ramshackle in music, no control decided. Fire. The abstract, always coming through. I love this joint.
Definitely. All right. Now we are at Goldmine featuring Rayquan. Oh man, Eric Sermon and Dre together on a beat. Ooh, what could go right? What could go wrong? What could go either way?
Right.
This one right here was very good. Ironically, Raekwon was either he was signed or he was getting ready to be signed to
Yes.
Aftermath.
That. Oh, okay, okay.
You said what?
No, I thought you was gonna. I thought you was gonna mention Ray was gonna be part of the hit squad.
Wait, what?
He was. Yeah. That was gonna. That was in this season for the Wu series on Hulu. Like he met up with when Wu first started. He met up with EPMD in the studio, and he was supposed to do stuff with Eric Sermon,
Oh wow.
and it never happened because they were working on at the same time EPMD. I'm assuming the same time EPMD was working on Business Never Personal. Wu Tang was working on Into the 36.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
now
interesting.
imagine Ray in Hit Squad with Redman and K Solo. That would have been crazy.
Very crazy and shit. But yeah, man. This one was a very hot joint. I feel like Raekwon definitely did his thing on this track right here. Yeah, man. And years later, Only Built for My Cuban. Cause I think he left Aftermath before Only Built for My Cuban Links came out too. So yeah, imagine what Dre and Raekwon album would sound like.
Right. It was. I love Eric Sermon. This is not the beat I wanted to hear the Ray and Buster on though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, Eric even at that time, you know what I'm saying? It was. I didn't hear a lot from him after like after music blew up. You know what I'm saying? But it was okay. Or it was dope to hear Buster and Ray on the track. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, I just thought the beat wasn't what I was expecting. But
I hear you.
Buster killed it. He said, "Don't stop, travel on my spare time, and keep niggas with us to push the shit like George Jefferson hairline." I like those lines. That was dope.
Yeah, man, very dope indeed. Now, I love my bitch. I love my bitch. I love my bitch. To me, the best music video on this album. Let me just say that first and foremost. They did that whole playoff with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. But yeah, the song "I Love My Bitch" features Will I Am and Khalees. Very dope track. Pretty much just a chick. It's pretty much like a chick song,
Right.
but at the same time, it did its just due. It was nice for the radio and shit like that. Very cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Will I Am actually did. I actually enjoyed Will I Am on the chorus. Believe it or not, that's actually one of my favorite choruses he's ever done. But the video was what really dropped my attention. Gabrielle Union was in it and shit like that. The whole Mr. and Mrs. Y'all remember that movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, right?
Yes.
Classic,
Mhm.
classic, classic movie and
Yeah.
shit. And scandalous movie, Sips T. Yeah. So yeah, this was a very hot joint, in my opinion. I like it.
I don't like the song.
Wow.
I don't. Will I am. I love Black Eyed Peas. I don't. I don't like him on this song. I didn't care for it. You
Damn.
know. I thought when I heard the song in the beginning that it was T Pain because he sounded like T Pain on it.
Oh God.
Was he using auto tune for this joint?
It wasn't
He
auto
wasn't.
tune.
He wasn't auto tune. He
I
sounded like
don't think so.
He sounded like T Pain on this joint. I ain't heard
My
that.
baby's so
Nah.
amazing.
No. 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 I didn't like this.
Mm. Yeah, Dre also appeared on that "I Love My Bitch" video. Producers all up in the videos. Let me
I
stop.
know, right? Come to death row. Oh, you already been on death row. Come to aftermath.
Mm. And you never see Dre doing a cameo in the video and shit. That's
Right?
crazy.
He did
Mm.
some cameos though. He did cameos in videos. Like family. Wasn't he in Family Affair? Maybe J. Blige.
Okay, okay, yeah,
He
that
wasn't that.
one.
Yeah. He did cameos here and there.
Here and there,
Yeah.
all up in the videos.
So that's
Chuck
who
them.
Chuck was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's who Chuck was talking about.
Right, if I was talking about Dre and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're gonna get into "Don't Get Carried Away" featuring Nasty Nas Escobar. You know what I'm saying? This was a very dope. Nas definitely killed his verse in my opinion. Very, very, very dark beat from Dre. Like Busta did good, but this
Hmm.
was just Nas.
Yeah.
This was the shit. The beat I wish Nas had on Hip Hop Is Dead, but yeah.
Mm. I like the song. Nas did his thing. It's Escobar. He never disappoints lyrically. We said, my flow is Murcielago, ghost of the Narcos, toasting in the ways the original Pablo, still a pyramid architect. Mix liquors with like a chemist, kill a lyricist, political tyrant. If niggas start terrorists, Mount Everest, I climbed it. Theaters drawn, no creeping on me whenever I'm bent. Classic flow by Nas, man. He don't disappoint lyrically. It's his albums that disappoint, but lyrically he still got it. The chorus when Busta's doing the chorus, it sounded like 50 Cent. Like this was like a song that 50 Cent passed up on, and they gave it to Busta. I hear 50 Cent on it. Like I'm like, yo, that's a chorus that I could easily hear 50 Cent do.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
never
mean?
thought of 50 Cent on this though, but that's
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
remember 50 Cent was on Aftermath at this time, so
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, this is a joint that 50 passed up, and they gave it to Busta for this album.
For real, man. Like this whole album was like a once in a lifetime
Yeah.
moment and shit. Like we were spoiled, man. We didn't appreciate this. Niggas didn't really appreciate this at
Yeah.
the time. I mean, they
Yeah.
did, but I feel like it didn't really have like a lasting
Right.
impact, which we'll get into that.
Right.
All right. Next one is "They Out to Get Me" featuring Mr. Porter. Um, this one was okay. I mean, it was alright to me. I didn't really care for it too much, to be real with you.
Is that Mr. Porter on the chorus that's singing?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the beat was dope with the bass line, and he had like had like a real soulful vibe to it, and Busta's just rapping about jealous friends that act different when he got famous, and he said stuff like I seen it one too many times. Your peeps be leaving me speechless. Sometimes having certain friends can end up being a weakness. So now my dogs turn to wolves and try to front us around me. Come up out there sheepskins and act all different around me. Motherfuckers that I grew around and thought I could rock with will watch my cake so hard they burn a hole in my pocket. So yeah, he's talked about this before in other albums where he was surrounded by jealous ass friends and people he had to cut off because they no
Charlie Brown.
longer, huh?
Charlie Brown.
Yeah, like with Charlie, is that the reason why they stopped talking? I thought Charlie Brown and him was like an ego thing in the group.
I heard it was jealousy. I heard it was ego
And
and
Charlie
shit
Brown
like
supposed
that.
to come out first, and then it was supposed to be Busta, like solo wise. It was supposed to be Charlie Brown first,
Yep.
and they had issues in the group, and but this is a dope song. I like it.
Definitely a dope track. Um, Track number 13, "Get Down." Busta did good lyrically on this track, but I didn't really
Hmm.
care for that beat by
Me
Timbaland.
neither. It was
It
weak,
was
weak,
way
weak Timbaland beat.
too simple.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if they were trying to do what Nas did with the "Get Down" track from Godson, but this one
weak.
it didn't even seem finished to me.
This was
That's
like the same beats he gave to LL for the definition. Those were like weak beats also.
oh
You know what I'm
god.
saying? Like I didn't. I'm like, this is Timberland. This is when Tim was working with Missy and Butter Sparks and Justin Timberlake, everybody on the Madonna, even everybody on the planet, and you're giving Busta Rhymes this weak ass beat. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Like, where's the orchestra? Where's the instrumentation on this beat? It's like just a beat and that's it, and then Busta's just rapping over it. I'm like, nah,
But
this is
you
weak.
but you would give Jay Z that bullshit for Dirt Off
Right.
Your Soldier and
You
shit.
give Madonna a whole bunch of heat on the Hard Candy album, and people slept on that album, but you give Busta this shit. So I ain't understand. I didn't like that beat.
Very. All right. Like, come on, man. Track number 14, I'll Do It All, featuring Latoya Williams. I never really cared for Latoya
Yeah,
Williams like that. I'm gonna be
yeah.
quite honest.
Hmm.
I always sometimes get confused with Latoya Luckett, but that's the other better Latoya.
Latoya Williams is from Doggy's Angels,
Yeah,
the Snoop
that's
Dogg group, the girl group. Yeah,
yeah. No
yeah,
wonder she was in a lot of like West Coast shit.
yeah.
Okay, and I got that Doggy's Angels albums too.
Was it good?
So
I never heard it.
I never it was from the C line. I
Oh,
never
Blind
heard
Buy.
it to this day. Yeah,
Right.
so one day if I'm bored, I'll listen to it. I'm not in a rush. Like
So
certain
one
albums
day.
I get in these lot, I'm not. Sometimes I'm not in a rush to listen to. I
It
just
be like that sometimes. I have a couple of those albums like they've been sitting there for like 2 3 years and I haven't heard them. Like those Ludacris albums you mentioned, of Release Therapy and Theater of the Mind. Those are blind buys, but I'm not in a rush to hear it.
yeah, man. Theater of the Mind. I'm gonna be real with you. That one
Mm,
is just
it's good.
amazing and shit, in my opinion. But I understand your
So you
opinion why you
say.
don't like
So
it.
so you say. That one I heard. I heard it once, but I didn't go back to it though.
Shit. So yeah, man. Like I said, what you think about this track?
Nah, I didn't care for it.
All right, and the last track, Legends of the Fall Offs. Very good track, in my opinion. Um, this is the song where Truth Hurts actually appeared,
Okay.
singing and stuff like that. That's one album I need to get in my collection because that
I didn't
album
like
has
Hers
some heat.
album. You like that album?
It has some heat.
Mm, I didn't care. For, don't
Keyword
care for
some
that album.
heat and shit. But yeah, it's a storytelling track where Busta's telling a story about how this rapper was like hot shit,
Hmm.
but next thing you know, it's like he fell off. No, he's not hot shit no more.
Right.
And Busta Rhymes kind of plays like the Grim Reaper and stuff like that. And he's just like probably pretty much ridiculing him, saying that there ain't nobody checking for you no more and stuff like that. You're weak. You're pretty much like pretty much you just say you should just go to Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop wasn't like
Right.
popular at that time and shit. Just
Right.
yeah, man. I love the line where Buster also says, niggas ain't giving a fuck about your flows no more. You ain't the star you were, fucking the same hoes no more. Promoters ain't paying and booking you for shows no more. You ain't whipping the range, you ain't whipping the rolls no more. And that line is kind of true because sometimes when these niggas be in the music industry,
Hmm.
they be seeing like all these like expensive ass rides or houses they be at, and they think that they got it like that. But you gotta also remember, like the record label, they own like the houses and the cars
Right.
and shit like that too. So like, let's just say if you leave the record label and stuff like that, they're gonna take that fucking shit back
Right.
and stuff too. So and then we'll see if them groupies are still gonna stay there, stay in your corner and shit like that too. So
Hmm. Right.
yeah, man, it's actually a nice way to end off the album. Like his outro tracks are always some of the best in hip hop, in my opinion. So
It was alright. I didn't care for it. This is. I usually like the end songs from his albums, but I didn't really care for this one. You know.
understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way too experimental. I'll give you
Right.
that and shit. Yeah.
Right. Like, give me Bad Dreams. Bad Dreams from the Genesis album. That was a
Oh
classic
God.
storytelling track. That was like a
Ah,
horrorcore Busta Rhymes song where he's like talking about battling the devil in his dreams and shit. I'm like, yo, this should have been a movie. That's the way you end off an album. You know what I'm saying? Like he was always on his post apocalyptic shit, and he knew how to end off movies, end off albums, and I'm like, he ain't ended off like this. I didn't like it.
Understandable. Is there anytime niggas mention Genesis, I just have to shake my head and just be like,
Right.
all right. But yeah, man. This album, I've always had love for this album. This was definitely a very good comeback after the previous two albums and
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
And it's like this album to me, just Dre and Busta just was just like key ingredients to one another and shit like that, in my opinion. Because I personally felt like even with Dre,
Hmm.
like I wasn't really too impressed with like the Encore album, the shit she did for
Oh God,
Encore
trash.
and stuff like that too. So it was just like with this album, it was just a nice breath of fresh air, production
I,
wise.
I thought Eminem produced mostly Uncle. That was Dre.
I mean, Dre did some shit, Eminem
Oh
did some
God,
shit, you know.
that was bad.
It was okay. To be fair, it was mostly Eminem. Okay, to be fair and shit. But yeah, man, this whole album, I even kept it as some of Aftermath's best releases, in my
Mm.
opinion, and shit too. I wish he would maybe have dropped one more album, but
On Aftermath.
yeah. But at the same time, it's just like
Why did he
fuck it.
leave though? Why did he leave?
I guess he didn't like the fact that Dre was taking too long for certain shit. You know, the traditional way people always leave Aftermath.
Mm,
Dre sometimes takes too long.
mm,
But hey, I'm not, and this is my personal opinion, and I have to say this: like, Dr. Dre is a perfectionist
right.
and shit like that, you know. And then people might complain, oh, well, he's taking too long. But then once that shit comes out, they get all this commercial and they get all this
Yeah, but
critical
he
praise.
he. There's a lot of projects that he took long on and they never dropped.
That part too.
You know, like, he was too busy having affairs and shit to drop the details.
You know what? You know what? We not going. We
I'm
not
just saying.
going. We not going. You're
I'm
just
just
on one
saying.
tonight. Oh, you just
I'm
on
just
one.
saying. Like it would have been nice to finally hear Detox in this completion instead of hearing like the bootlegs and it would have been
Shit.
nice to hear another Busta Rhymes album with Aftermath. And he left Aftermath to go to Cash Money, and then he didn't drop shit on Cash Money.
That is true too. He just dropped like a few
So
mixtapes and shit.
right, why did he go to Cash
That
Money?
should have never happened. Like,
This dude did a whole interview with Baby with Birdman announcing he's going to Cash Money. I'm like, for what?
I remember that interview too. Oh
Like, oh
God,
man,
that was, I think,
that
didn't
was
Back
a
in My
mistake.
BS come out on Cash Money or no?
I don't know. I totally skipped that album because I didn't like what was coming out on it. I totally skipped that album.
Yeah, man. And I even told myself, like, I'm not gonna take that album unless we talk about
Right.
we have to finish LL's last two
Oh
first and
God.
shit.
Do we have
I mean
to?
that. I mean that's gonna be like a double review just to get it over with.
Do we have to?
Hey. I actually like Exit 13 a little bit, a
Yeah, it
little
was
bit.
good. Wow.
It had some cuts. Let me say
Yeah.
that. But I
Oh
give
Lord.
this album a 4.5 out of 5.
I think the album was it's definitely his best album in the 2000s over Genesis and that trash It Ain't Safe No More. Definitely his best album in the 2000s. The production was good. Great features with Q-Tip and Stevie Wonder and Rick James, Nas, Rayquan, Marsha, Ambrose. Um, yeah, it was. I love a lot of the songs. Man. New York shit, touch it. A lot of big hits in the ghetto. Get you some cocaine. I'll give it 4 mics. The latter songs at the end I didn't care for, but it's definitely a solid album. You know, one of his best albums in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely hear you about that and shit like that. Cause when I tell people like this is actually really one of my favorite Busta albums, they look at me surprised. I'm like, yeah, it's that fucking good. It's that fucking good and shit. But fuck it.
I still prefer his first four. His first four to me are like his best. From the coming to when disaster strikes, EOLE and Anarchy. But
Understandable.
Big Bang was his best one in the 2000s for me.
Yeah, Big Bang was a masterpiece. All right.
Moonflower said, "Do you think Recovery was a good?" Yes. You always ask me this question. Yes, Recovery was good. I fuck with it. Relapse and Recovery, those to me were like the last good Eminem albums. I don't care for anything after that.
Recovery was okay. The production was what threw me off.
And he didn't have no Drake production on that one. It was like I think Just Blaze did some stuff on there. He had
Yep.
other producers on there.
Yeah, man. Dr. Dre doing yoga with Jimmy. LOL.
Right?
Ronnie said, I'm gonna try since Ludacris shaved his cornrows and fell off.
Yeah, I didn't care for his albums after that.
Stupid ass. Mm. Man, y'all need to put some respect on Beat Up the Mind and shit.
Oh boy.
Now, I'm telling you, they had some of Ludacris
Okay, we gonna
lyrical.
see how good it is. We gonna see how good it is.
Hell, I would even move the album over Chicken and Beer if I have to, but I
Hey,
don't want to.
you should do it.
I don't want to.
You should. I'd rather talk about that than LL's last two.
Really?
You're torturing us now, man. Like
I told you
who
I was
remembers
gonna talk
LL's
about
last two?
talk about all LL's albums and shit.
So
Cause
when you do a, like an actual like you are a completionist. You want to talk about every album in the artist's discography.
not it depends on the artist. Like if it's albums where it's like I know I'm not gonna get nothing out of it, then I'm just like yeah I'm good. Like but we didn't talk about Ja Rule's Pain is Love too.
Oh Lord, that was bad.
Yeah.
No. That's his worst album, easily. No, LL fell off to me after the GOAT, so it's like, well, like these other albums we talking about are irrelevant.
Hell, I'm not talking about Puffy's albums.
Him too, him too. That would be a waste of time.
Only reason why I talk about Forever because I had a bad day. And shit, my first trash review.
You picked the right one.
Yeah, I was
That
like, I'm starting off with
I
the
have
bang. Fuck
I have
this.
no words for that album. That is just atrocious. you know. How do you find your own rap style? You don't. I just like different things. You know. There's no style. It's just whoever to me sounds good. You know. Puffy fell off since the nightclub shooting. He fell off before that.
Uh,
He fell off before that. Exit 13 and Authentic, terrible. I don't even have to listen to them. I already know they bad. What about Otis Redding? What about him? What about Otis Redding? What are you listening to, Reg?
just some jazz mixes I found on YouTube. Yeah, I've been listening to like a lot of jazz lately.
What do you think of Corey Feldman?
Well, y'all motherfuckers always acting what I think about these motherfuckers and shit. I don't think about niggas except myself.
He
Like,
was in he was he was in some classic films. The Lost Boys, one of my favorite horror comedies, and The Goonies.
I like the other Corey better.
You like Corey Haim better?
Yeah, the drug addict.
Okay. Yeah, Corey Feldman did some great films back then.
Let me be careful smoking that shit before another weed nugget gets in my throat and shit.
Yeah, those to me were like his last two good albums.
Man, planning out graduation is always stressful. Everyone's asking me, so who's invited? Why am I not invited? I'm like, guys, I wish I could invite the whole motherfucking world if I have to, but we are in a fucking pandemic.
Right?
God, they even told me I can't invite so many fucking people. They didn't. 9 times out of 10, y'all not even gonna be at the fucking arena. Y'all gonna be at the fucking satellite rooms and shit. So do you really want to bother me and shit like that just to watch this shit on TV where you can watch it in the live link they send you in the fucking email and shit? Come on.
Are they live streaming it?
Yeah, they live streaming that shit on their website and shit.
Are
Like,
you live streaming it?
what, the graduation?
Yeah.
I can't even do that.
Oh,
I can't. Besides, I don't even want to because uh I'm gonna be acting a fool in that graduation and shit like that.
he was
And
he was friends with Michael. I didn't hear about that. Eminem was friends with Michael Jackson.
no, Corey Feldman.
Oh, Corey Feldman. Yeah.
Ronnie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a fan of jazzy Quincy Jones, but at the same time, I love Quincy Jones in general.
Oh man,
What's so funny? What's so funny?
I was reading the comments.
Yeah, Corey Feldman, he did say some shit about MJ like a last year, or the year before, when they're
What?
leaving Neverland. Shit, I don't know. These niggas is funny.
Crazy.
So what's the name of this little white boy that's like a fucking menace to society and shit like that?
What are you talking
You
about?
know that white boy with the he killed all the motherfuckers and shit.
No. Who's that?
You know on the news where the white boy who's on like this.
I haven't seen it. I haven't
Damn
seen the
yeah.
news.
You said what?
I have not seen the news. What happened? What
Okay.
crazy shit happened
Hold
on
on,
there?
hold on. It's white boy who was like a murderer. Uh he shot up. Oh
He
damn.
he shot up what? He shot up a school?
Yeah, one of them. What's
Kyle Rittenhouse? Is that his name? Kyle Rittenhouse?
it was another white boy. It was a
It's a
smaller
it's
white
a
boy with glasses.
it's another one.
Yeah, there was a. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Oh
I'm
man.
trying. I'm trying to pull it up and shit like that because my friend sent me something on Facebook
Hmm.
about these four black boys charged with dragging a girl into their home in Bear and raping her and shit like that.
Oh, in where? In Beer?
Yeah,
Beer
I'm
what?
trying to pull it up.
Where was that located at? Beer.
I'm trying to read it up right now.
Do you remember
I
Deion
thought
Farris? Yes, I remember Deion Farris.
because I thought they meant like they drugged the girl into a bear and the bear raped her. That's what I thought. I was like, what is going on? Like
The Bear raped.
I mean,
Oh man.
they said a home in Auckland Drive in the Wellington Woods community in Bear. Okay, but where is Bear
That's what
located?
I want to know. We tell somebody, oh, I live in Beer. What the fuck is that? Where the fuck is that?
I live in
Oh
Bear.
man.
Oh
Oh
wow!
man.
Imagine a rapper from Bear like
Right?
come up from the streets of Bear. Yeah yeah.
Crazy. Y'all remember the movie After Earth? That was bad.
That was horrible.
Did not like that film.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be quite honest. Jaden Smith
Gemini
cannot
Man was
act.
bad too. Yeah.
Gemini, I like Gemini Man,
No, I
but
did not like that.
Jaden Smith cannot act. I'm
No.
gonna be honest.
No, he can act. You have to give him the good roles though. He was good in the Get Down. Remember he was in
Oh,
that.
I forgot he was in the Get
Yeah.
Down. Okay, minus the Get Down and
He
Karate
was he
Kid.
was good in the Pursuit of Happiness and
He
the
was just
data. Huh?
he didn't really impress me in that movie. He was just kind of whiny a little bit. I mean, he was
Um,
all right. I mean, he wasn't like the worst child actor. He wasn't like no Haley Joel Osment or whatever that little white boy
right,
name is.
right.
But I
Haley
can't
Joel
watch
Olsen.
Pursuit of Happiness that's regularly. That movie is just too. It's just too sad. It's just like damn, nigga, like you can't catch a break. Then your skinny ass girl gonna leave your ass and shit.
He was dressing up as Batman and shit.
You said what?
He was dressing up as Batman. Remember he dressed up as Batman for Kim's wedding.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, dude is crazy. He dressed up as Iron Man to hide himself from the paparazzi and shit.
Hey, I hated it. I hate Hitch.
Hitch was okay. It wasn't great. You naming all the trashy Will Smith films.
To me, Will Smith's best years acting wise was like maybe 93 to probably 2002. That was like his prime, but I
I
didn't care too
watch
much for Wild Wild West.
I watch Stranger Things and Cowboy Bebop. Um, Lost in Space. They season just ended.
I'm not gonna touch that Cowboy Bebop. I'm only gonna touch the '90s Cowboy Bebop.
Well, they had that
No,
one on there too. They got that one on there.
yeah, I know they got that one
Yeah.
on there because they know people is not gonna watch the new Cowboy Bebop, so that's why they don't throw in the old Cowboy Bebop
I mean,
and shit. They do
well,
that. They do this shit to reboots all the fucking time and shit.
iRobot was good. I actually have iRobot on DVD. That was a good film.
It was alright.
It was underrated to me. I enjoyed it.
I'd rather watch Shark Tale than iRobot.
What? Shark Tale?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Bad Boys for Life. That was good. That was a good one.
I'm not a big Bad Boy fan. I like the first one when it was Street.
First one was great. Yeah, he don't like Justin Timberlake, so
I like Justin Timberlake as much as I like HIV.
so there's still a chance.
Oh shit.
The Midnight Gospel. I
Yo,
didn't
the
see that.
Midnight Gospel. That's my shit,
What's that about?
Moonflower. So it's pretty much about this guy. It's kind of like based on a true story about this guy who's just coming to the grips that his mom is dying, and so he
Mm,
just it's like a trippy cartoon
right.
where they're reincarnated into like it's hard to explain. You have to. It's kind of hard to explain this shit, but
Mm,
that's a very good cartoon and shit.
okay.
I was watching that when I was getting some ass last week, low key, but yeah.
Wow. Okay.
hey, hey, hey! Sometimes you can recognize good things during sex and
You was
shit.
actually watching that while you was doing it. That's what you're saying.
Well,
Or this was
technically,
after.
we were watching it, and then we ended
Oh,
up
you ended
making
up putting it
out,
on
and then we
pause and then you
watched
was
it.
doing it.
And then I kind of told her, listen. I kind of told her, listen. Can we just turn this off? Because it's kind of I like the show, but it's kind of throwing off my new groove and shit. Like,
Okay.
uh,
Out of all the things to watch with a female at the house, you
what
gonna watch that?
what she put me on?
Oh, she wanted to
We,
watch
we
it.
was she was putting me on to some shit because we had to watch trippy shit when we yeah
I would have
Moonflower
been
was
like,
very
yo,
psychedelic.
just put on anything and just take your drawers off. That's how I would have told her. So it wouldn't have mattered at that point.
Shit.
Whatever you want to watch. What is the worst ASAP Rocky albums? I don't know. I don't listen to him.
Testing. I feel like he kind of failed that test, Loki.
Jamie Foxx, I think he failed the test with all the albums. What does that just
No,
mean?
whoa. Hold on. The Long Live ASAP, that joint
Oh yeah,
from
oh yeah, that was good.
2015, that might be one of the best hip hop albums
Mm.
of the decade.
Really, of the decade.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. Come on, jukebox joints, my nigga. Wavy bone, my nigga. Come
What year
on.
that came out? What year? What that was that?
2015.
Oh yeah. I could think of 10 others that was better than that, but
Well, you know, you can probably think of 5 albums that's greater, but you know what? I respect your opinion. You know,
better
but
entertainer
I'm
of
just,
Jimmy.
but he was on like the sessions I've had on that album though. You know what? Hold up,
Did
let's
you do
play
a review
jukebox.
on this album on this great album?
Um,
You never did one?
let me look it up. I think he. Nah, actually, I never did a
No.
ASAP review. I
But
don't
it's
think
supposed to be
so.
the great album of 2015. Where's the review for it?
Well, I had other albums I want to review first, you
Right.
know.
Like
But
Nelly.
let me double check because I've been doing this shit since 2013. I gotta look at what I reviewed this shit.
Like Nelly.
Ah!
The best album of 2015 and he does no review on it. I don't understand it.
I never said it was the best. First of all, the
What?
best album of 2015 was To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
Let's not go
Hey,
there. Let's
you said one of the best albums of 2015. I thought it was like
yeah, I said
one of mine.
one of the best albums. To
Review
Pimp a
Shaq D's.
Butterfly was a cultural statement of 2015.
I'm done on Shaq. I don't want to talk about no unless it's sports. I don't want to talk
Nigga,
no more about Shaq
I
Diesel.
told y'all I was never gonna do a review on Shaq. The breakdown was all y'all were gonna get. Like,
Shaq Diesel. Wow.
like
Wow.
y'all lucky I reviewed it at whole discography breakdown anyway and shit. Like,
That came out of nowhere. I did not expect that one.
well, you expect the unexpected here and shit, you know.
Jamie Foxx or Will Smith better entertainer? Will.
Jamie,
Definitely. Will Jamie's a better entertainer?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I never reviewed that ASAP Rocky album, so haha,
Okay.
I stand corrected.
Oh boy. That means it's coming at some point.
Hey, one of my friends uploaded some new Young and Restless episodes and shit. Okay.
Did you ever listen to Juicy J solo album? I listened to Trippy.
I
His first one.
never heard his solo album. I'll be quite honest.
Trippy was good.
I was kind of scared listening to them, to be real. After that,
Trippy was good.
like that band's the maker. I got
Right.
tired of that shit. Like,
Well, that's on the album. That's on the Trippy album.
well, that makes me want to listen to the album now and shit. Yeah.
Joey Badass, definitely.
Yes,
A great
Joey.
artist.
I like Joseph so much. uh, um, I still feel Country Game is a classic album. You ain't gonna change.
Of course
my
you would
opinion.
feel like that.
Yeah. Like it's like, how can I put this? It's so fun. It doesn't take it so seriously. That's what I like about it, you know. Joey had never had a bad album.
Yeah, he don't have a bad one.
Let's
Not yet. Not yet, at least.
y'all just wait. Let's not jinx it because D'Angelo never had a bad album either. So
Not yet.
actually, he'll never have a bad album.
Better entertainer, LL or Ice Cube?
Ice Cube. I'm sorry, but sometimes LL don't be trying when he be acting. Sometimes
You don't be trying?
I mean, he can act, but there'll be sometimes like his charisma will just carry him.
Right. Yeah.
Ice Cube, man, you've seen Ice Cube cry. You've seen Ice Cube mad. Hell, you've even seen Cube play a father figure.
What are some of the weirdest moments of early 2000s MTV shows? I don't
When
know.
Mariah Carey had that breakdown in TRL.
I don't even remember that.
Really?
No.
Niggas always talk about that.
I don't know if I saw that. I don't know if I saw it like, when she
The
was
ice
on-
cream, when she had the ice cream and shit.
When she had the ice. You mean when she was hosting TRL?
No, I think
Wasn't she hosting
she
it?
crashed. You know, she crashed it.
She crashed it.
Yeah, because I think that Carson Daly nigga was there and shit.
Right.
So.
But
Yeah,
what was
Ronnie
what was the
Ronnie
breakdown
might
about
correct
that though? She seemed like she was happy in that.
Well, yeah, but you might gotta remember at the time, you know, because y'all were too busy trashing her most underrated
Oh,
album and
oh,
shit.
glitter.
And
That
J
that.
Lo and J Lo was Tommy Mottola's recent puppet and shit too. So
Word. I couldn't even tell you what was the worst moments on that. Worst
yo,
R&B
you know what?
album.
Worst R&B album.
Worst R&B album. Yeah, right there. Bobby Brown Forever. What Ronnie said.
Yo, the new tour by Prince was a very dope tour and shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Any Given Sunday. That was good. It was a good movie.
That was the movie where Jamie Foxx whooped LL's ass, or LL whooped Jamie's ass, or whatever. I think this shit froze. Wasn't that the movie where Ella and Jamie Foxx had that fight?
Yep, yep.
Yep.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, that One Love album. Oh my Jesus. That's not my probably never review. I'm gonna be
New
real.
Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'll just stop at home again.
Thank God.
I feel like forever was enough. Like
Right. Yep.
shit. I can't wait for Queens to come on tomorrow.
I've been missing. I missed like the last two or three. I gotta catch up with those.
Oh shit. Hopefully they'll keep that shit. But
Yeah.
I've been doing some rumors that might get
Oh man.
Carson Daly's a culture vulture.
Volume 3 is the quintessential 2000 model hip hop album. What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not understanding it either.
It was good. I don't think it was great.
Do you know Death Row Records had a UK label too? No, no.
Death
I
Death Row London.
Death Row Crumpets.
Gangsta Brit rap. Imagine Ed Sheeran on Death Row.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Better fight than Craig when he whooped Debo on Friday, or Morris Chestnut. Oh, Morris Chestnut when he whooped Tay Diggs' ass.
Oh come on. Did we actually see them fight? Did we see that fight? I don't remember if they showed a fight on there. Did they
Yeah,
show that? They showed a fight?
because he was like, let me explain, and Morris Chestnut just went crazy, dangled
Yeah,
him
but
over the
that's
fucking window and shit
what
like that.
what who you more mad at him or you more mad at your soon to be wife? I think
Yeah,
that's her fault.
that part, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the main reasons why I didn't really care for the first, because I felt like with that scene, yeah, I mean, it was years ago, but
Mm.
did you really have to whoop his ass
Exactly. Like
like
you're gonna still and he still married her,
you were
so
here, right? You were still,
that doesn't make
and
sense.
and then what made me laugh was when this nigga was like, "Come pray with me, brother," and he was like, "You want me to whoop your ass, the boy?"
Did You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, okay. So your homeboy slept with your. I can say your homeboy slept with your soon-to-be wife that same
Right.
weekend,
But
but
this was
many years ago
years.
before you and her, like even like, come on.
And what killed me was why would you write it in the book if you didn't want this shit to come out in the first place?
Well, they should have at least mentioned it to him. They should have mentioned it to
Jesus.
him. She kept it a
Jesus.
secret, and he kept. So they were both wrong.
Now y'all see why I prefer Best Man Holiday over that movie?
Right.
Cause at least when Lance got mad at what was it was Harper, it was justified and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I did like the fact that you can still tell where certain friends, they sometimes they have they go apart from one another. You can saw that with Harper and Lance and shit.
Right.
But niggas don't like it all because old girl died in that scene. Oh well, niggas
Yeah.
die every day and shit. Like,
Yeah, but well, what is they plans for his character now that his wife is dead? Like he's gonna move on and date somebody else?
well, I feel like they should just leave it as it is. I don't feel like they should have
Because it's
another.
it's still the best man. So somebody that means somebody else is getting married.
I'd rather Terrence Howard's Quentin's married.
Oh Lord, him?
He was the best part of the whole Best Man Holiday and shit.
Oh man, Dave
But I'm
Loaf. Who the
not.
fuck is Dave Loaf?
You mean Dej Loaf?
I don't like her.
But I'm not gonna lie. You know who I feel like was the baddest? That was the baddest chick.
Mm.
That little Shelly girl and shit. I'm not gonna lie. She has some nice tits and shit. Her and Regina Hall though. Yeah.
The only British dude that signed in Death Row was Mark Morrison. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Mark Morrison. He was signed to Death Row at one
Did
point.
he come out with anything?
Nah,
Of course he didn't.
because he was too busy getting arrested.
And Death Row was too busy worried about Puffy and Bad Boy.
Why am I still streaming this?
Do you listen to Mars Day in the Time?
Nigga. Yeah, of course. Oh wait, yeah. You didn't. Oh yeah, you didn't see the reviews we did. So yeah, we do.
What do I think of eggnog? Eggnog the drink? I don't drink it.
It's disgusting.
Oh man.
And sometimes I just stick to 3 liquors or 4 liquors and shit like that. I don't like niggas be trying to tell me to drink different kind of shit. Yeah, some shit don't be making me drunk. I be coming to the party. I be bringing my own Hennessy bottle and shit like that. It's like, nigga, you always bring Hennessy. It's like, cause I don't trust y'all niggas
Better,
and shit, right? Like, nigga, I don't trust y'all. Like, let me
better,
pour out.
better.
Let me have my own drink, man. Shit.
Best Luther album of the 2000s. I didn't like none of them.
What?
Nope.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So you didn't like Never Too the
No,
not Never Too Much Got You the
no,
self-titled and Dance with Your Father.
I don't care for them. Again, I like
Come
early
on,
Luther when he was fat.
I feel I, I feel like he came back after like the mid to late '90s and
What's
shit.
the album he did? What's the album he did with we had like the features with Queen Latifah and Foxy Brown in them?
Dancing with My Father.
No, that's not that. That's not that one.
Yes, it was.
The album. No, he had an album with it's like palm trees on the cover, and he has like Stevie J producing or
Oh,
whatever.
oh yeah, yeah. That's the self-titled joint.
That
Yeah.
one was
Oh,
okay, but that's pretty much about it. Do you drink coffee? No, I don't drink coffee.
I love her.
Never. No, I never had coffee. Best Snoop Dogg album in the 2000s. Last Meal.
Yeah, I'm never with that too.
Best Madonna album in the 2000s. For me, is Hard Candy. I think Hard Candy was dope.
Nothing.
You said nothing.
Nothing. That's-
Best Mary J album in the 2000s. No More Drama was good. I liked that in Love and Life. Yeah, they thought I don't know who those fans are. They'd be crazy if they said that. I don't think Nas and Snoop fell off at all after they first ones. Best Nas album of 2000s for me is Godson. I think that was great. A great album. Stillmatic was great. Stillmatic and Godson, those two. I never heard that. I never heard no fans say they Nas fell off after Illmatic. Best Jay Z album in 2000s. Blueprint, great album.
Best Jay-Z album in 2000, Blueprint.
Yeah. Do you like cinnamon? Cinnamon is spice.
That's a random shit.
Cinnamon is good. Which artist dropped the worst album in the 2000s? I don't know. Probably Eminem Encore. That was bad. Did not like that one.
Let me get it encore.
No, that was no good. Nope. Better R&B rapper, Lauryn Hill or Missy? Lauryn Hill.
Lauren. Why am I watching this video? Best R&B singer slash rapper I read.
Lauryn Hill. Yeah, Reggie's volume is low for some reason.
My volume is low.
Yeah.
How about now?
You still sound low. Now we can't hear you. You're very low.
Okay. Hold on.
What was the best ever for black sitcoms? For me, it was the '90s, but '80s was good. Even the '70s had some good ones. Like those eras to me were like the best. He's still low.
Fuck.
Why are you so low?
Bro, I have no fucking idea. Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Like
Um,
it happened when it happened when you went off.
how about now?
Okay.
Alright.
Good times on Sanford and Son.
San Francisco.
They were good.
Hmm?
I said they both were good.
The worst posthumous album of the 2000s. Which one? He said, what was the worst posthumous album of the 2000s?
What was the worst one?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was the worst one? What do you think of all? What do you think of all the Family Matters seasons? I don't even remember
Mm.
all of the seasons. So I don't remember all of them.
Mm, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that one.
None of them. I don't like none of those albums. None of those Pac albums.
Give it to me.
That's what they said. He choked on the egg. I don't believe it though. I think they really covering up what happened there.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit either.
You know, that's what they say. What is the verse remix album? What is the verse remix album?
I don't even know.
I don't. I've never heard of a bad remix album. So, and they didn't do a lot of them either, so it was far and few between. Have I met Prodigy? No, I saw Prodigy in concert. I didn't meet him. That was in 1999. I saw them. I saw Mobb Deep actually when Murder Music came out, but I never met him. Asher Roth, yeah, I got Asher Roth first album. That forgot the name of that shit. I like college or some shit like that. Something with college in it. Forgot.
Yeah, I love college.
Yeah, that was actually a good album though. He had Slick Rick on there. I think Beanie Sigel was on the track.
I never cared for Asheron.
Yeah, he went under the radar. It was all about Eminem at that time. Switch, I didn't like that song by Will Smith.
Um, what's that old five song?
The Switch song,
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Blood on the Dance Floor, I never heard that. I know Reg heard that. Was it good?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like the remixes on that one. I like the newer songs.
Right. Never heard that one. Eminem was beefing with every white boy rapper. Everlast, Fred Durst, Asher Roth, everybody. What did people think of M when he came out? I thought he was dope. I can't speak for everybody. I thought he was a dope ass white boy that could spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know people that were bumping him, and all of a sudden now people act like they have amnesia, like they can't bump Eminem. They can't relate to his music. But I was bumping him from then. So Hip Hop Array, that was definitely bigger than Shake the Room. What?
Yeah, hip hop array all day.
Wasn't no hit. You act like that shit when that came out, that was not no hit.
Boom boom. Shoo.
I think I only saw that video on MTV. I don't even think Rap City played that video. ICP,
No,
yeah, he was a bad.
let me see how well the album charted back in
Yeah,
'99.
he had beef with ICP. He had beef with every white rapper. I think he had beef with Evidence at one point.
Really?
Yeah, Evidence mentioned that on when he was on the Talib Kweli podcast, that he was like a brief
Kun,
beef with them.
you mean Kun Kwali?
That's his, that's his name now. Yeah, yeah. That wasn't a big beef though. It was like I don't know if it was a misunderstanding or something. I never cared for them. Never liked them. How well did it chart?
I was waiting for it to load up. It wasn't
Oh,
responding. All right.
nah, he blew up. Once My Name Is came out, he blew up with that album. So Slim Shady LP sold. I bought it. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely blew up with that song. I think it caught people off guard like before the video dropped and they realized that he was white. But I mean, other than that, I didn't have a problem with it. So
Yeah, the album peaked at number 64 on the Billboard 200.
64. That's probably the lowest charting ever for any one of their albums.
Actually, Rock the House was.
Really?
Yeah.
That was before he. That was before they really was known though.
Let me
That's
see how it
wild.
did. It got to number 39 in the hip hop albums chart.
Code Red.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what, 93?
Yeah, at least it was in the top 40.
Oh boy. I don't. Okay. But so you're alongside people like Onyx and MOP and LL Cool J, who had better albums than him. The youngsters. You know, even Crisscross. I like their album better than his.
Man, I'm not gonna go
You
that
don't like
far.
the bomb? I don't
Hell
understand. You
no.
you don't like the bomb, but you have the album.
I told you the album came in the CD lot.
You said you still kept it, right?
I mean, I can give it. I can give it away if I
Yeah,
want
give
to.
it to me because I need that Crisscross.
All right, cool. I'll give it to you. I'm
I love
serious.
that. I love that album. Yes, I love that album. What do you mean? That is one of JD's best produced albums. The
Shit.
G Funk, an Atlanta group using G Funk. Who was doing that? Outkast wasn't doing that,
You got something I can trade it with though.
huh? I don't know. I got some shit. I got to see. How did an album leak to the streets? It leaked because of the bootleggers. The bootleggers was getting it early, or like somebody that was working in the studio would make a copy, and that's how it got leaked to the streets before the internet. And then when the internet came, you had Napster and Bearshare and all these LimeWire, all these other um, websites to go to.
LimeWire was that shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and they would have done well on Death Row because they had the sound. He had Bow Wow sitting there for like since he was 3 years old and never dropped nothing on Death Row Records. You know what I'm saying? Like Bow Wow was just sitting there on the label and not doing nothing. I only like maybe two Will Smith albums solo wise.
Yeah, it was a dollar store Death Row album.
That they would have sounded great on Death Row
Yeah.
because it went multi-platinum. That would have been another platinum plaque for Shug. And you just throw Snoop Dogg. Well, Snoop Dogg actually did a song for with them and never made the album. I don't know why.
I heard Snoop and Crisscross had beef with one another.
Did they? But he
I
still did a
heard. I
song
don't
with
know if
them.
that's true. I feel like Snoop felt like they were stealing their style, rightfully so.
Was this before or after the collab?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. Don't quote me on it. I
Mm.
heard it was they had some issue because Dre and Snoop had an issue with Jermaine Dupri. So
Top five anime what? Wayfish? What the fuck is that? What is that?
I thought I said waffles.
I don't know what that is, Mufa. What does that mean? Wait, Wafis? Wafis? you think JD was biting off Def? No, I don't feel like that.
A
JD had
little
his own
bit.
sound. Huh?
A little
A
bit.
little bit with what? With the bomb?
Some of that production on the
With what?
bomb, yeah.
A couple for one album? Come on.
A little bit of the
Come
Escape album.
on.
Hummer coming at you. I
No,
like
he
him.
no, he did not.
Yeah.
No, he did not.
Death Row Syndrome. Like, nigga,
No. That was JD just trying something different. Nobody else in the South was had the G Funk in their music like that. In Atlanta, nobody was doing that. You know
want to hear something funny?
what?
I remember one time, like, I had a friend who worked in the cafeteria. She was like a huge Jermaine Dupri fan or some shit like that. But she be having like a weird way of talking.
Okay.
Like she be talking like this, like, "Hi, how you doing?"
Okay.
I don't know. It just came to my mind. You said Jermaine Dupri because she always used to talk about Jermaine Dupri. This Jermaine Dupri. I was like, okay.
What if Eminem made an experimental industrial hip hop album? What if he did?
I thought that's what he was trying to do with revival, but it didn't work.
That was bad.
Like revival for what? Then he
Anime
get mad at
Wives,
Joe. He got mad at Joe Budden because he said the album was whack and shit.
right? Why you get mad at him? He's only telling you the truth. You want him to lie to you? I don't understand that. Like, then he would have got mad if he was lying to him. Like, oh, you can't be real with me, but he tell you the truth, and you still get mad at him.
Yo, it's funny when these rappers be performing back in the day and they be pushing each other on stage and shit.
Man.
Like,
Anime wives? I don't have any favorite anime wives. Do you like Jermaine Dupri as a producer? He's great. He's a legend. He
he's
produced.
good. I mean, he's not like highly regarded in my list though.
When did he make mistakes? Like the 2000s. When he started producing shit for Janet and Mariah, trashy albums after Emancipation. I think that's when he started to dip. He started to go.
Well, not
No,
necessarily. That same
no.
time, he did drop some of the best work for Usher too.
Well, other than Confessions, what other shit did he do? And Emancipation. Well, other than that,
8701.
other when did he take a dive though? To me, he took a dive when after Emancipation, like when Mariah was coming out with those trashy albums.
Hip hop wise, he took a dive in the late 90s. R&B
No,
wise,
no, I
mid.
don't. I disagree because
Really?
he was still giving heat for people. What do you mean?
Like who? Bow Wow?
Bow Wow went platinum though. I mean, I ain't a fan of Bow Wow, but he went multi-platinum.
Okay, the Spice Girls went platinum, but I'm not a big fan of them and shit.
Yeah,
But
but they one hit wonders, bro. They one hit wonders.
they actually were not.
How
They
many
had
hits
no,
do the Spice Girls? What are
they
you
had
talking about?
hella hits,
They
nigga.
had hella hits like what?
Hold up, nigga. What you mean? Everyone always talk about that.
So so
Hey,
so
what
the
you want? What
so the
you
Spice so
really?
the Spice Girls could do a versus right now. That's what you
Hey,
telling me?
why does everyone gotta be a versus? Like keep that shit in the culture, man. Like I don't
They ain't a
I don't
part of
want
our
to see.
culture. What you mean? Keep that shit in the culture.
No, Spice Girls is part of their culture.
What you mean British culture? They're part of
Yeah,
Brit. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like I have nothing against the Spice Girls, but just because they had one
I know.
platinum,
I only know one song from them. I don't know anything else. We about to get a history lesson on the Spice Girls discography right now.
like they had two become one. Say you, they had hella number
I don't know
ones
none
and
of those
shit.
songs. I don't know
I
none
don't
of
know
those
none of the
songs.
songs either and shit. Fuck.
So, you
But
don't know none of
niggas,
the songs, but you're saying they have multiple hits.
like I said, they were. My sister told me they were big back in them days and shit. Like
Your sister was lying to you.
my sister loved the Spice. What you mean?
They had one big song. They don't have a whole bunch of
Okay,
hits.
in the US, they had one big song in the fucking US and shit.
Okay, so how many hits they have overseas then? They have more than one?
Yeah, man, I ain't read all that fucking shit. All I saw was
Oh
one, one,
man.
one, 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 one.
Wow. What do you think of the movies Go and Dude Where's My Car? I didn't watch this shit. I don't know none of those films.
Oh, dude, was my car.
They have a movie called Go. Who the fuck is in that?
Go.
Nah, that don't even sound like movies I would watch.
Hell, even when Common did that song "Go," that wasn't even a whack name and shit. I'm sorry. Go, go.
Uh, Anarchy or Big Bang? Anarchy for me. I still love
Damn, that's a
Anarchy.
hard one. I might have to go Anarchy.
Best producer on the coming. Um, I don't know. Maybe
Easy
Dilla.
Mo B.
Dilla or Moby, one of them. The Spice Girls have more than one hit. I didn't know that at all.
Shit,
So your sister have like all the Spice Girls albums and shit.
I never said that.
Oh, well you said she was a big fan. I'm thinking she got all this Spice Girls paraphernalia and stuff.
She just always leaves it. Yeah, on this.
What is the worst common album? What is the worst common album?
Universal Mind Control.
I didn't like Nobody Smiling. I don't like that one. Did not care for that one. Universal Mind Control is right there with it though.
That Universal Mind Control. But where's my finest? Oh my god, this shit's always disappearing. Shit.
I want to say Jermaine fell off after them franchise boys. That shit he did for them.
Oh, so you like the
Like
franchise boys?
no, I said when he did that shit for them in my white tee. That shit.
Well, why did they like me? Why did they like?
Nah, I didn't like that shit. I think that's when he started to fall off.
Yo, didn't them franchise boys try to diss Nas too?
Did they? For
Yeah,
what? For what?
cause when Nas said hip hop is dead and shit,
Shit, it was dying. I don't
even,
blame him.
even Andre 3000 got mad at him.
Oh lord. So why Andre didn't battle him? Yeah, that's right, cause he had writer's block and shit. You know, the only dude I know that for like 15 years he got writer's block and he's your artist. What kind of shit is that? You didn't want that smoke with Nas, man. Andre know better. You didn't want that smoke with Nas. Strange
Ooh, I
clouds
think
and
they
what?
like.
What is it? We all are fascinated with B.O.B. I'm not even fascinated with this nigga.
Nigga, I told you I'm never gonna talk about B.O.B. on this show. Though.
You want a double review for B.O.B.'s first two albums? Why?
You can do that on Charles show.
No, I'm not doing that shit. No, sorry. Fuck no. Hell fucking no. Y'all better get Needle Drop to do that shit.
He'll do a 3-minute review.
Right? 3 minutes for two albums.
The Adventures of Bobby Ray. What the fuck?
That's the only good one I like. I still wouldn't not do an album review for that shit. Strange Clouds and Nala. That hell fucking no. The one album wonder? Nah. Shit, B.O.B. gotta pay me for that shit.
I'd rather talk about Rotini than
And
B.O.B.
he gotta be on a special guest for me to talk about that album. Yeah. So y'all could just hit up B.O.B. and tell him like come on here so he could be a special guest so we can talk about it because I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that.
I'm gonna stay on for like 10 minutes,
Lean
y'all.
with it, rock with it. That all that bullshit that he was doing. That's when he started to
Lean
fall
with
off.
it, Bobby.
That's when he started to fall off as a producer.
At one point, he made Atlanta about snap music and shit.
God, never been the same.
Lean with it, Rob. That's why. No wonder why I listen to a lot of Jeezy and Ti's and Ludas and shit.
You blocked Moonflower? Yo, Sam is funny. Do you like Andre 3000? You blocked the wrong dude. Q X is about Pac every fucking night and you blocked Moonflower?
Oh, funny.
Andre 3000. Do you like Andre 3000 rapping or singing? I prefer him rapping. Do I think every song on Eminem show is a classic? I think Eminem show is a classic album, definitely.
Mhm.
Drips with Obi Trice, that was one of my favorites. Superman, that was one of my favorites.
I can't be your Superman.
My dad's gone crazy with his little daughter at the time, Haley. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a classic album. Why wouldn't it be?
Mhm.
I miss my old TV on some real shit. Hey, it's Fart Man.
What's the worst pop song? I don't know. But that Spice Girl shit Reg just mentioned.
Hey, that's cool.
Man. Haley's song was dope too. I like that one. Best producer on the score, Wyclef. What you watching anyway?
I was just peeping Celebrity on the Raiders video.
What's the spooky music playing in the background? That shit did sound spooky. Like fuck is Reg watching a horror film?
No, y'all know Celebrity Underrated and shit.
I don't know him. I thought he was watching the Twilight Zone or some shit though. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
But I love Twilight Zone shit.
He was watching some possession film and shit. Oh man. The worst pop song is Chinese Food by Alison Gold. I never even heard of that shit. Chinese Food? Somebody made a song called Chinese Food? Wow. Never heard it. Alison Gold. You know that song, Reg?
No,
Chinese Food?
no,
I'm not big on Chinese like that.
I listen to music.
I'm not big on Chinese like that, so
I like some Chinese food. What?
Reg playing cemetery. He playing cemetery music. I'm like, the fuck is that? All I heard was like angels singing and shit. Like, what is that? Oh man. What do y'all think of DJ Vlad and DJ AK? Who the fuck is DJ AK? I never heard of him. The Vlad, I watch Vlad once in the blue, man. I can't watch everything he do because it's like he asks the same questions to everybody that's on here.
It's
You
a
know?
pop question.
Yeah, yo, it's like he have nothing else to ask them, so he just like asks them the same shit. Somebody's moaning in the background.
They're laughing.
Oh, oh, DJ Academics. I don't care for Academics. I don't know why people put so much stock in what he say anyway. I'm like, Academics don't know what he's talking about.
For real.
R. Kelly Bump and Grind album version or video version. That shit is the same
Ooh,
thing.
the video version. I like the instrumentation on that.
What's the difference?
His vocals were more raw and the instrumentation was like more polished and shit.
They actually have that version on like vinyl and shit.
If
The
I'm not
video.
mistaken, yeah. If I'm not
I don't know.
mistaken,
I like the remix, the old school mix. It's a different
mm,
beat.
I
You
ain't
don't like
care
that
for
one?
that.
You don't like that one? That should have been on the remix. I don't think that was on the remix album.
I'm sorry, I was after I watched some stupid video and
Come on, back to the cemetery music.
shit.
What I think of Ebro? Yeah, we were just talking about what Rosenberg said about Shook Ones, about it was a pop record. I'm like, Rosenberg is an idiot. There's no way in hell did people ever feel like Shook Ones was a pop record. Okay, it was popular, but it wasn't no pop record.
It's like, who gives these
Not
people
not
crap?
dang, that's like saying, oh fucking Murder Music was because Murder Music went platinum. Oh, that's a fucking mainstream album.
No, it was platinum because he got support and
Right.
marketing. You dumb fuck.
Shook Ones is not Shook Ones is not a pop record. Never felt like that. He just extra sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what the hell he be talking about. Yeah, the Bump and Ground remix. That shit was great. I love that remix. Charlemagne just say what he want to say, man. Charlemagne is good.
For real,
And Joe
Charlamagne
Budden,
just don't give no fucks.
he don't care. You say whatever right there. Joe Budden too. Like niggas do not show up at the Breakfast Club because of Charlemagne.
Mm.
Cause they're afraid of what he gonna say to them. Maxwell Fortunate or D'Angelo, how does it feel? I love the Maxwell song more.
Fortunate all the way.
Yeah, Murder Music is great.
Well, that's what I feel like. That's what I'm gonna watch.
Is that what he said? I didn't hear when he said that.
Who said what?
Rosenberg said that nobody was fucking with Tupac until he joined Death Row. That's totally wrong.
Well, if nobody was fucking him, how come Me Against the World went number one while he was in prison?
Exactly.
Okay, I'll wait.
Maybe no, but maybe he wasn't fucking with Tupac until Death Row, but he's bugging. Dame Dash is dope too. Dame Dash speak his mind, but I think Dame Dash, if he's trying to do business with people, he shouldn't say everything. And then you burn your bridges. Yeah, Rosenberg he's crazy. I don't even feel like Pac didn't even need to join Death Row. He was already a big star before he joined them. So Shook Ones is a pop record. I've never heard nobody say that shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are you saying? So because white people bump Shook Ones at their parties, it was a pop record now?
People just need to watch what they
Crazy.
say.
Crazy shit. And he said that in front of Havoc when Havoc was up there. Russell Simmons? Better record label? Oh yeah, Russell Simmons, man.
Yo, Russell.
Shug ruined Death Row. Like he could have Death Row could have still be around right now. What if M had dissed Kanye and Wayne in '08? Hey man, that would have been a battle they would have lost lyrically to me.
Hmm. Shit. He says in this song, talking to myself, he almost just both of them.
What are you
Huh?
talking about? What are you talking about?
Who song?
I don't know what song you talking about. What do I think of Drink Champs? It's okay. I wish Nori wasn't talking for so long. And like 3-4 hours is kind of long. And we've been a part of podcasts that ran for that long, and I don't want to be on a podcast for that long, and I don't even want to watch a podcast for that long.
Exactly.
Like 4 hours? What was he talking with Wu-Tang Clan for 4 hours about? Like you basically they basically saying their whole life story on. It's like listening to a documentary all over again.
But at the same time, he be interrupting. That's why this shit be
Right.
long as
That's why
fuck.
it be long. Yeah, I'm like, let these niggas talk already.
Both him and
Yeah.
Fat Joe. I can't
Right.
watch them.
You know. I'm like, so I don't watch a lot of the Drink Champs. I used to watch some of them like early on, but like 4 hours. I'm like, I'm looking at this shit like you really you was really there with Kanye for 3 hours. That's way too long.
Yeah, man. I had to. Had the Marley Marl episode like 2 hours and shit too, and I'm just like,
I'll
God,
just be like skipping that shit. Like, get to the good parts.
right. But yeah, I'm gonna call this a night and shit like that. I gotta get some sleep soon. Actually, yeah, yeah. Don't hang up because I can
Yeah.
feel the whole fire stick shit. But this has been fun as fuck.
Yep.
If y'all haven't just tuned in, we were talking about Busta Rhymes, The Big Bang, and shit like that. Yeah, man, very dope, very dope. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all want to watch more of the best hip hop R&B reviews and stuff. Appreciate this try as usual.
All right.
And I hope y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.